she found the cue.
Dessert cue.
And welcome to the Barrel Buddies. I'm James.
And I'm BJ. Welcome back to your booze, news, and reviews. And look who's joining us. We called his name 3 times and he appeared.
Look at this blast from the past. The OG, the original trio of the Barrel Buddies. Mr. Zach. How you doing, Zach?
Yeah, doing all right, man. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you back.
Thank you for the invite.
All of your fans have missed you, Zach.
Yeah.
We've missed you so much.
All 3.5 of them.
All 3.5. You said it.
Well, that's 100% of the watchers of the Barrel Buddies. So we've missed you because we make up 2.
Some is better than none.
Yes. It's been a while. Hank McGurk, how's it going? Haven't seen Hank in a long time.
Hey,
Welcome
Hank.
back.
Check it out. We got the original cast.
Hey, got a question for you. I remember like an
What we
old
got?
viewer, no one you know. Did that person ever come back?
No.
Oh,
So who was the guy that we lost in the tornado?
Redbeard.
Racing.
Redbeard Racing. I don't know if you're still over on Manarino's channel.
I think
but
he
we
is.
hope you're doing okay with.
I think
Johnny.
he's still over. He's
Like
still over.
you're like a legend of the old Barrel
Yeah.
Buddies.
Oh yeah,
He is
no,
a
I
legend.
remember that. Yeah.
Good to see you, Hank. Welcome back. We're gonna let some people roll on in here, and we'll get it kicked off on this
I
wonderful
want to acknowledge-
Wednesday evening.
Hank, what do you think? Can you see us better?
We have a new lighting setup today.
I wasn't going to reveal
So-
that yet, but I
Oh,
suppose
sorry. It's only
right
him.
up
He's
there.
the only one
Wait.
here.
I suppose
Sorry.
that the lighting is revealing itself because of how good this looks.
No, we look.
I keep
spectacular.
looking
We look
over
so
at the
good.
screen and catching a
Looks
quick
so
glimpse of like
good.
I think it looks
how
great.
it looks
yeah.
so much better.
There's no
Professional lighting.
there's no shine off
There's
of
no
our
shine.
foreheads.
I know
Shine box.
there's a second light, and I think we're going to need it because we're missing. Our third guest is a little shadowed.
He's a little dark.
a
but
little dark
that's
on the
okay.
side.
Yeah,
okay.
so we need to bring
Hank
him
is
in.
usually not off this early. He's going to go ahead and get drunk. Well, welcome to the club.
Yep. I
Happy Wednesday.
100%
Happy
support
Wednesday. And then what are you drinking? Let us
Yeah,
know
what are you
you're-
having
what
there,
you're-
Hank
what you're
McGurk?
having. So, oh, this has been Shaved Heads crew for a long time. These guys have always been
Yeah,
since St. Baldrick's of like a year ago, right?
it's true.
I was
Yeah,
going to say,
Yeah,
like,
so-
I have
way-
been
it's way
bald
easier.
for quite a while. BJ,
I
you went
followed
BJ's been
you went
new, was it a
bald
year
by
ago?
choice.
It's
it's been a year. Yeah,
Yeah, it's been about
So-
a year.
did the first St. Baldrick's 2 years ago, and then I grew it back within a month. And then after last year St. Baldrick's, I said, just gonna keep it.
Easy care.
They have that
hair.
glue you can put on your your dome and put
Yeah.
shavings of your like hair.
Oh, that
Oh.
that in the spray too.
The put
Yeah,
back.
there's like a chia pet spray
Yeah, right.
that
It kinda
adds some growth. I probably need that.
I mean,
at
what
this
is that?
point,
Like
but
mold
yeah.
that grows? Like, it's like black mold.
No, it's
Black
chia. It's your
mold chia.
it's your breakfast.
It's chia seed.
It's overnight oats.
Growing
Overnight
stitch
oats.
seed.
Hey, it's organic.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's good for you.
and it's on your head.
Speaking
yes.
of growth,
Speaking of growth,
this is the thing I've been wanting.
where are
to,
you going with
This is
this?
the thing I've been wanting to talk to you guys about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what?
I should have called
Reveal
you
it on the Barrel Buddies.
Should have called you a month ago.
Obviously.
No.
Ah,
we got some news stories to talk about.
What do we got? What do we got?
But we'll save those towards the end because we've got a tasting. This is my birthday last
Ooh,
weekend,
a happy belated
Happy
birthday.
belated
We got the whole crew
birthday
here.
to
and we had a really nice gift
belated.
come in that was that was given with the understanding that it was going to A, be enjoyed by me, but B, be enjoyed on the show.
Hank
and-
says happy birthday, by the way.
I thank you, Hank. And so I said 100%. And so I have brought on the show this lovely gift, a bottle you probably have not yet seen. This is the Smokeye Hill Barrel Proof Blue Corn Bourbon.
A lot of hype around this bottle.
This is a hypey bottle. It was a limit 1 per person when she picked it up. So she was like, well, it must be good. And
yeah.
I was like, well, this is a big deal bottle. And
BFD
I want to ask,
whiskey. Safi, welcome to the party.
Safi.
Long time no see. I hope you're doing all right.
this is great. It's my
Good to
barrel
see you.
bestie.
And it's perfect timing, Safi, because we just said BJ had a birthday a few days ago.
It was my
And
birthday.
So
we
I'm
are
kind of
going
wondering
to-
right now.
Would
like
you
with
fan of this?
I will Vanna that.
Oh, thank
Ooh,
you.
the
But I'm
classic.
kind of curious.
Classic.
Like, Is it pronounced Smokeye Hill, or is it supposed to be like a
Smokeye.
play on
Like
words
Smoky?
where it's Smoky Hill,
Ooh.
But
It's a
just-
good question.
but just spelled different or
You
incorrect?
never know.
Smoky.
One
Smoky
never
Hill.
knows.
We'd have to call.
Smoky Hill.
Maybe Smoky Hill can tell us that.
So
You
Hank,
should reach out.
Hank is
Yeah.
saying, well, first of all, he also said happy birthday. Summer's coming, gin and rum time. Yes. So we
Oh,
have
Ew.
Jen,
we're gonna have
And juice.
cocktails coming.
you know, today is National Gin and Tonic Day.
Oh, it is National.
It's National G&T Day. But gin is not barrel aged. It is
Oh, you
distilled.
can't see, but that's perfect what
Wait,
you're doing.
look at this.
Pull it back just a hair, a little bit more, a little bit more,
Yes.
a little bit more, and a little bit to your right. That's,
that was
more to the
almost
right.
money.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good. There it is.
Oh,
Everyone
it's
can see
money.
these.
Look at
Can
that
you turn it? Can
bottle.
you show the back?
Look at that. That's
There's
so
some stats.
pretty.
Yeah, what are the stats right there? What does that say? It's 134 proof.
67 proof. This is some almost hazmat juice. This is hot juice. And look, it's distilled from blue corn. So blue corn in this mash bill. This is some real interesting created
Oh, it is straight
stuff.
from the Gulf of America, Hank. It sure is.
water from the Gulf of America.
And then a little story in the back, which we'll get to, but very good. Thank you, Zach.
2019.
Ooh,
It's
that's
aged 5 years. So
yeah, it's a 5
this
year.
is a 5-year-old
I
juice.
was going to say, did that come out 2019?
No.
Or did that go into
That went into the
Into the
barrel. The barrel.
Oh, this is class.
All right.
This is my favorite part of the day.
Favorite part of the
All
day,
right,
favorite part of the
barrel
show.
stats. Let me give you some barrel stats.
What are some stats here?
All right,
you
so
wanna
this is
read?
coming in at 134.2 proof. That's 67.1% alcohol by volume.
This is a hot
boys,
boy.
boys,
60
girls,
what again? One more
goils.
time?
67.1.
This is almost hazmat.
Almost
That
hazmat
is a
juice.
hot boy.
This is
Man,
almost
oh
over
man.
70% proof.
What-
friends.
hot.
This is or percent ABV. This is
Very
this is-
hot.
this could get real.
I mean, some of those like smoke wagons, they get up there around like 65 ish, right?
Well, Stag
Ju-
Junior, right? You think of Stag.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Stag.
Stag Junior,
Yeah.
good comparison. Yes.
And we're gonna tell you why. So here's the story. I love a bottle with a story.
Oh, do tell the story.
Long ago in the Old West, the moonshiners of Smokeye Hill hung bells on roaming mules to warn of lawmen rounding the bend. These days, prohibition is over and the bells are long gone. But we're still doing the storied name proud, made from a proprietary mash of heirloom blue corn, yellow corn, rye, and malted barley. Smokeye Hill bourbon is one of the flavors and characters of a wild new whiskey for the wild old land.
Wild, wild, wild. Yeah.
What was you a cowboy growing up or? Up in
my
Reno?
mama wouldn't let me grow up to be a cowboy.
Oh,
She told me I had to be a doctor, a lawyer, lawyers.
a lochter,
We'll keep
A
it calm.
lochter.
We'll
a
keep it
lochter
calm,
or a
Hank.
doyer. Yeah.
All right, let's get this thing poured and start. So why don't I talk a little bit about
Fire.
a little bit of, like a little bit of the
Nose.
hype. Like where did the hype come from?
Yeah,
right?
you said earlier this was a hypey bottle. I agreed with it.
Yeah.
Why are we
So
saying that?
we know you have in the industry. We know that you're a huge fan of the one and
Oh,
only Mr.
fudge crackers.
Mr. Fred
I
out
think I'm
there,
gonna like this one.
who is a fellow whiskey enthusiast and reviewer.
You mean
and
Fred?
he is probably the authority. We don't hate around here. We love everybody in the community. It's a very welcoming, loving community.
Fucking liar.
So anyway, he does an awards yearly where this was in 2024, the
Where you pay
Ascot Awards.
$200 for him to taste your whiskey.
I mean, that's everybody does that. Let's be honest here.
$200.
You can
$200
This-
entry
It's like
fee.
the San Francisco World Spirits Elite Award. Here's a golden sticker. Pay us $500 and send us a sample, and we could probably come up with our own award,
Oh, that's an idea. $1.
like the International Barrel Buddies Enthusiasts
$1.
You know-
International Limited Award Ceremony held yearly in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I was gonna say,
That's not a
like,
bad idea.
you could probably buy, those foil stickers and
Yes.
everything, and buy a barrel of whatever it is that you've decided is super duper amazing, and just plaster those.
We do. Hank, we were actually just saying that. Oh, sorry. There's some chat banter. He's asking if we ever talked to Manarino, and I'm like, yeah, it's been a while, but we want to get him back on the show.
I
And
check
we
in
get
just to make sure now and again.
yeah, we check
He's
in
doing
on
fine.
him, and oh, what's that vibration over there? And then
Don't
we
worry about it.
have,
I'll tell you in a minute.
and we also have some fans of some of his fan club that come over to the show, and they're like, hey, Lions here.
Dude,
Yeah, he came
Manarino's
up on
down
the
in
show. He's in Florida.
He's in Florida racing his freaking Hellcat now.
Yeah,
So,
he does his
Manarino
races
Racing.
and everything. Yeah, Manarino Racing. So
damn.
we hope he's doing well. We give all of us give him our best, and we would love to
Absolutely.
get him on the show via Zoom or FaceTime or something soon. So
Absolutely.
if
we
you
should do
guys,
it.
any of the fans here that are watching the show, get over there to say hi to him. Let him know that the Barrel Buddies say hello. And we hope
Howdy.
he's doing well. Howdy. So anyways, I totally, he's gone Rasta. Oh, with the goatee. Is that what you're saying, Hank? We know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he
Yeah,
used to be
the
super
full-
freaking.
full goatee.
Yeah, he used to be. Yeah. What do you call it?
Oh yeah,
clean shaven.
Clean shaven. So anyway, so the Smokeye or Smoky Hill
Smokeye
was a
Hill.
contender.
Went
So in
right
the
up against
2024
George T. Stagg.
Yeah, so in the
The
2024
BTAC,
Ascot
the
Awards,
BTAC, George T. Stagg.
for their best small batch bourbon, this was with 9 other bottles, including E.H. Taylor, Stagg Jr., Smoke Wagon, Ben Holiday, Rick House. Shoot, what were the other ones? There was a couple others.
Check your notes.
I mean, those are not like
Those are heavy
E.H.
hitters.
Taylor's
those are not
small batch.
insignificant
Did I
names.
say that? I think
Yeah,
I
you said
said
E.H.
that.
Taylor, but I was curious.
Oh, and
which
George
one.
T. Stagg.
And the BTAC,
I mean,
George
the
T.
Stagg.
Stagg.
Yeah. So
Putting a Stagg
anyway,
up to them.
they had. It looks like there was 9 judges, so 9 other judges, including Fred, and this one with 4 votes was the Smokeye.
So it
Hill.
wasn't unanimous.
It was not unanimous. So it says 2
Interesting.
members voted for GTS, 3 voted for Ben Holiday, and 4 voted for the Smoke.
It was
Wow,
close.
very split
Yeah.
decision though.
So
I mean,
pretty
close.
close. And Ben Holiday is fantastic. I've had some pours of that
okay.
a few months ago, and I thought it was really solid. I have not acquired a bottle yet, but we'll get one. Agreed. He doesn't need a drink. So
There's some lovely
price on this.
Oh yeah, what are we looking at?
Crazily enough, crazy. It's available pretty much everywhere right now. I would say
Okay.
all over the country. It's a limited release. I
Okay.
still think it's flying under the radar. It's a 5-year MGP special blue corn blend recipe, which we'll get into that in a second. $80.
Wow.
All right.
So it's right on par
$80.
with like an Elijah Craig barrel proof.
We just got our pour here, Hank. We got our pour here.
We're ready to go.
I want to get into this. Cheers.
So let's
cheers,
get
up.
into it. Zach, good to have you back, buddy.
Good to hang out, man.
And cheers to all of you.
Whoa,
Ooh, it's hot.
Jeez. I'm thinking like smelling salts. I probably
Ooh.
whiffed a little bit too hard on this one, but 67%.
I like the
Thomas
nose.
Anderson,
Mr.
Mr.
Anderson.
Anderson. Welcome to the show. Good to see you.
I
one
really
you-
like the nose.
Yeah. I mean, you really don't want to stick your nose all the way in there and huff too hard because
I think I
Vanilla,
it's
do.
almost like, I mean,
butterscotch after I spill it on me.
I like that nose.
But I get a weird like dill or like a
I think it's mint. I think that's
Yeah,
I think that's the herbaceous. It's very green, and I think it's very spearminty.
spearmint.
It's
I like
because
that.
I think it's like a junior mint, right? I think you get a little bit of those deep, kind of earthen, jammy, chocolatey notes that are a little roasty even, and then it opens into this real herbal, spearminty.
I'll be honest with you.
goodness.
I could easily see how this could be confused with George Stagg.
I agree.
Uh,
There's some big rice
There
spice.
is some very big rice spice.
For
and
blue
there
corn.
is some
There's some big rice.
there's toffee, vanilla, butterscotch notes that I get in that mouthfeel. And I know that it's hot just based on tasting it. So right there, I would, if I had those contenders, those 9 bottles or 10 bottles or whatever, as a judge, I would assume that this was GTS, which is scary.
Yeah,
to
I
think
mean,
that.
they're saying that it's blue corn, yellow corn, rye, and malted barley. So to me, I'm getting, if I had to pick it out, I would say
We only do Zins here, Hank. We don't do any skull. We don't do straight up tobacco
no.
or chew or any of that stuff.
I'm not doing
We're
that.
just
That
Zinners.
cut.
A little upper decky house here.
Zimbabwe.
Dude,
to
I'm getting a little vanilla and toffee.
Yes,
in there.
yes,
Is that-
vanilla
You know what I think
toffee,
that is? I think
absolutely.
that's the barley. I think that I would bet that this is typical MGP high rye. This is the typical MGP release to all of the non-producing distillers, the MPDs.
No, it's not. They asked MGP to make this recipe specifically for them. They took the white dog and then shipped it to Colorado and aged it.
Wow.
That's what they're saying they did.
Where did they age it at?
In Colorado.
Oh yeah,
Your
in
home,
Colorado.
your
Yeah,
home.
where in
And you're
Colorado?
in Colorado Springs.
Colorado
where
Springs.
Zach
Ah.
was conceived.
I was not conceived.
You were.
there.
You were conceived
That
in the
was in
back.
New
Weren't
Orleans.
you? In the back of a station wagon? And,
Not a truck, a
and-
train.
No,
Pickup
no, it
trick.
was actually on Bourbon Street.
Oh, at
Beads and
Bourbon
everything.
Street, and then
Yeah.
you went to Colorado, right? Okay.
Ended up in Colorado afterwards.
All right. So it was Mardi Gras,
Uh-huh.
and your parents were getting down in Mardi Gras.
Mardi
and
Gras
went back
baby.
to Colorado, and you're a Mardi Gras baby.
Hey man, find the baby. It's in the cake.
So you know,
Exactly.
The king,
They had
the king cake.
The
Yeah,
king cake, and they're like, "What's
Zach
this little
was in the
baby
king cake.
Yeah.
Throw it over your shoulder."
I was the
They're like,
baby. Yeah, I was
"Look,
the baby in the
this
king
9
cake.
months
plastic.
later,
Yeah.
Zachariah Jebediah Dial.
So you said they call it ZG Day or ZJ Day.
I've got a picture.
ZJD.
Look, I got your baby picture up there still.
Yeah,
It's out of frame a little bit, but it's up there.
oh, he's got the goatee and
Yeah,
everything.
you were born with a goatee on your face.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
Like after I took that first whiff, I forgot how to smell.
Oh, gotta keep
left to
going back
right.
up.
Left to right,
Olfactory senses on your nostrils. You're gonna
mouth
get different.
open,
Mouth open, then taste a little bit, get a little bit of nose
Mhm.
again.
and then I mean you have to let it sit out for a minute. Too,
Yeah, let it,
you know.
let it air.
little-
Get
give
a
a
little bit of
little,
air.
little
'cause you're
twist.
getting a lot of evaporation.
I'm gonna hyper decant mine.
Oh my god, hyper decant. Do you want to show? You want to lift it up above the barrel to kind of show what you're doing
So
here?
I just have a General Milk frother from like a coffee, and I'm just gonna
Hyper
froth it up a
decant.
little bit. Hyper decant.
Courtesy
Really?
of Succession.
That was
Conroy.
hot, man.
Oh, you're spraying it all over you. Careful with that.
Excuse me.
I'm sure you guys can hear that. It's so
Who
obnoxious.
does that? I've never seen this before with whiskey.
All right.
Is that a
I'm kinda
normal thing?
curious. I kind of want to try it next. and see
You're
what it
bi
does.
curious with this or what?
Yes.
So whiskey with bubbles.
Oh wow! Wow!
What's it do?
Well, the nose is.
How do you turn this on?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. You gotta just.
Oh, you
gotta-
never turn one of those vibrator things on?
no,
Okay.
it's a switch. You flick the switch.
Yeah, there you go. Oh,
Yeah, oh, yeah. Sounds like you're doing construction in that glass. You okay?
Oh, God, it's spraying everywhere.
Mm.
Let's try
I think I can skip on the
Well, I think
on the vibrator action. I don't know. Oh, you put a little bubble in there, and what's that do? Aerate it.
Oh my God!
I see that.
I'm going to tell you right now, the juice is worth the squeeze.
I was gonna say I don't think I've ever
The
vibrated
is
a
worth
whiskey
The
before.
squeeze.
Look at that. The juice is worth
It's
the squeeze.
real.
we-
it gets real sweet.
We're never an alcoholic, Hank. We're alcohol enthusiasts.
Enthusiasts.
He loves to watch us drink. He considers himself, he says, an alcoholic. But
Don't
we
quit.
love to drink. We are enthusiasts
Don't
of
quit.
alcohol. Yeah.
I'm going to just tell you, the sugar factory
What did
goes way up. It gets real sweet. Holy
what
God!
did what was it on the podcast? Who was it? Who does the Jesus, Zach.
What? Try it.
I'm gonna try it.
You got to try it. Stop thinking about a podcast. Think about this podcast and try that.
Why does that changes it so much?
It gets
Why?
so sweet.
It turns like buttercream.
It's so good.
How does that?
Oh yeah, no, that's interesting.
What
It's
the
almost
hell?
like, it almost changes it like
That's
molecularly. I mean, like
delightful.
that like
It was good on its own. Okay.
It's
First
like
of all,
it thickens it up.
it
huh?
was good on its own, but then it turns into this sweet, buttery cream corn
that like
sugar bomb.
that dissipates like all of the harshness right there,
What?
man.
That shouldn't work.
I mean, that was insane.
I mean, it's still hot and still got like a bite and oakiness on the back end, but man, oh man, that front end, that initial sip is just caramel, apple.
That's very sweet. I like
Very
it.
sweet. Very
That
sweet.
is dangerous.
Yeah, I'm getting the caramel.
You don't want to
vanilla.
crossfade, Hank. You got to be careful with that. Where
Yeah,
were you?
stone
Wait,
fruit,
what
right?
is
drinking
Hank
smoke?
saying?
He's smoking and drinking them. You gotta,
Be
know,
brave.
be brave.
brave.
But just remember, you never want to crossfade too much. We
Wow.
all went down that rabbit hole in a bad
Wow.
way.
Why not? It's a Wednesday. Come
The
on.
government is selling it to you.
Well,
good point.
Good reason.
Good reason.
That's ridiculous. Okay, so good on its own. I thought it was really hot, very minty.
Get your medical
Um,
card.
And then I think aerating it makes it all of those things,
Yes.
plus way easier to drink and very sweet.
Yes.
And I was just going to say, I think the next thing is I'm going to
want a cube.
pour a little bit more, and then I'm going to have to throw a cube on it.
I'm just gonna.
I think overall, though, so blue corn, good. Here's a question for discussion here. Do you think blue corn changes the profile, or is corn, and the blue corn
No. So
is simply a gimmick for
I-
the color? 'Cause
I've
look how dark
had.
this is.
Here's the thing.
This is dark. It's like red.
Blue corn in whiskey is so underrated right now. I had the Bloody Butcher, which is a corn strain by Savage and Cook at
Yep.
Corey's, the single barrel pick.
I have also had this.
Flippin' spectacular.
It's out of San Francisco. It's very good.
It's just too pricey. It needs to come down in price for what it is.
Was it
It's-
$99 a bottle
I think
still?
it might have been $129. It was
Okay.
up there, right?
What was it called again?
Savage and Cook Bloody Butcher.
Bloody Butcher, 'cause
Single
that's
barrel
Bloody
whiskey.
Butcher.
That's
Interesting.
the style of corn, right? That's
Yeah,
the
it's
name of the corn.
that's a strain of corn.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah,
interesting.
and I'm gonna confirm that just so I'm not talking.
I'm pretty
out
sure you're
loud.
right on that. I think it is.
So the difference between blue corn and
Yeah,
yellow
Bloody Butcher
corn.
corn is a corn. It's like a red corn.
Oh, it's red. It's a red corn,
Yeah, yeah,
not a blue corn.
Oh, what's the difference
it's
in
a red
taste?
corn.
It
It's John
says
red corn.
this corn is an excellent choice for baking cornbread, tortillas, pancakes, and other traditional dishes. This vibrant red hue of the Bloody Butcher corn adds a visually stunning element to culinary creations. And that didn't help me. Hold on.
When I think of like red corn, I think of like maize. Is it kind of like that?
No, it's not like maize.
Not maize.
Because maize is
Like maize on the
is
prairie.
like broken down into like
No, maize is like hard corn.
no. I
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of Indian corn.
Yeah, exactly. Maize.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, he's
Look
thinking
it
of
up.
the right
Look
thing.
it up. You're gonna look up maize.
think
and
he's
you're
right.
gonna be
It's
like,
corn.
yeah,
pretty much.
maize is corn, but it's like hard.
Maize,
corn.
also known as corn.
Yeah,
No,
like
it's-
hard corn.
It's not hard corn.
He's
it's
talking
just
about dried corn.
maize.
He's not talking about hard.
Also
Have you
known as corn. Maize is corn.
Have you ever
dried corn.
held a cob of maize? It's quite a bit different from yellow corn.
No, it's not.
You can't-
Maize is corn.
you
It's
can't
not dry.
Can't eat corn like
It's
that.
flipping corn.
Can't eat that maize.
I'm not going to argue with you guys. It's
Can I eat
corn
that
is
maize?
corn.
Can I eat that maize?
on the cob.
It's corn. They've been eating it since 1200 BC with the Aztecs.
With
Corn.
butter and salt.
So again, it's old corn that's probably dry.
Okay, Thomas Anderson, we get a vouch in the chat. Savage and Cook Bloody Butcher corn bottles are amazing and worth the price to me. Thank you, Thomas Anderson.
Worth the price.
Cheers to
So that's
you.
interesting.
Yeah, do you remember what the price you paid for
He
it?
is
Because
saying
I
that
saw it at like
he's willing to pay for it.
$129. It was like, oof. If it was like,
I like the bloody
Bring
butcher.
that
That's for
down.
a 750.
oh yeah, it's a normal size bottle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't
So does that
like
mean
this
it's
cubed.
hyped, or it's really worth the money?
No. Like if it was under $100, I would go buy a bottle today. So he said it's 99 in Michigan.
Yeah, I thought it was $99.
So
I thought it was
depending on where you
$100.
buy it.
It
I
might
guess.
be. I mean, Hank, if you really want to get a great buzz, bro, you can get those big jugs. I don't know if you've heard of the big jugs. Oh, they're amazing.
The 3 X's on the
It's a
side. Is that
gallon.
what that is?
It's a
called,
gallon.
It's called moonshine. You drink it
gallon
like
of
that.
MD
So it is
2020.
ready. It's called Big Sips Jugs.
So
Yeah, and you have to put it on your shoulder and drink
Big-
it like that.
Yeah.
right?
Here, I'll put a link in
Big
the chat
Sips
here.
jugs.
So you guys can see them. We're
Oh,
going to pull up Big
God.
Sips Jugs.
This is like reminding me of like
And you guys
Mad Dog
you can look this
2020.
It's a
up.
gallon of
This
Mad
is like
Dog.
the
It's like,
next
what's your
big
favorite
thing.
color? Right?
And then let me find the jugs.
Mine was
Here
blue.
we go. Jugs.
You can't-
product.
You can't share the screen because it'll break.
No.
us.
So I'm gonna put the link in the chat.
Oh, I can't believe
So
we're gonna
not-
shill
not
for
gonna
big
break.
sips.
No,
Yeah,
I would
those
love.
jugs
I would love for Big Sips to sponsor us.
I'll tag them in this week's
so
video.
pull this up into.
I don't think I've
tweets.
ever
Big
had
Sips.
this.
Big Sips.
We're
If-
shilling for you this
if,
week.
If you guys could send us like one of
What
each
is
of your
that purple
flavors.
So,
punch?
so is Big
What
Sips?
is
Big Sips is
purple
Mad Dog
punch?
2020.
It's basically No, it's the
We're
little. Remember
taking
as
a
a
hard
kid
left.
when you
We're
would have
taking
like
a
the little
hard
the
left.
hold on the little jugs.
Oh, the
with
jug.
The foil
I know.
cap.
Oh, I know. I know what we're
Oh,
talking
Little
about.
jugs or
I
whatever. The
understand.
barrels.
Yeah,
And now they're
yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
get
Juice barrels.
and guess what? These are 16%.
Oh, that's
Wow.
a nightmare.
Okay.
That's a nightmare.
One's flavor is called America.
I want the blue one.
That's called
America.
America.
Is that America?
Merca.
Then you have fruit punch, classic fruit punch,
Classic.
Okay.
or and then you have
Purple
purple
Punch
punch.
has my full attention.
I want all three, actually.
I'm going to
I
tell you
would
right
love
now.
all three.
Purple Punch has my full.
Dude, what happens when you
attention.
combine all
They're
three?
1 liter jugs, by the way.
Not a gallon, a liter. Okay, that's
A
significantly
liter.
smaller.
Like I'd like a liter of jugs.
Wow. Okay.
Like a liter of Cola.
Purple Punch has my full attention.
That's it.
You're a purple
We
drink?
can. So Hank, I
purple
want to
drink
get
drinker?
a still. Actually, I've been talking about distilling here in the house. The problem is Nevada has very strict rules about selling it. Uncle Sam in the state of Nevada does not.
Oh, we wouldn't sell
We
it.
could
We'd
get
give
rated
it-
by
Get
ATF,
rid of it.
and I don't want to get.
Oh, is there no
rated
distilling?
here
No
at the
distilling
house.
in Nevada?
There's no selling it, so you can distill. Yeah, we're in Vegas
For home
so
consumption.
you're only allowed to distill it for home consumption. That is
Oh,
correct.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
All right. I don't like this with a cube. I think it does terrible things for the front end. It makes it acrid and bitter. I like what it does for the back end. I think it mellows out the back end quite a bit, but it's not worth what it does to the front.
Yeah, it kind of dilutes it a little bit. I think
I agree.
maybe
I don't
like
like the cube.
maybe a couple of drops of water would do something
the
different.
cube and
But,
even
Uncle
a little aeration
P,
is
Zach
no
is
good.
back. Uncle P says hello.
what's up, Uncle Punky? Good to see you.
Really quick, Thomas Anderson Savage and Cook cask strength finished in Zinfandel barrels, and their
Oh.
custom blend finished in 3 different wine barrels are awesome as well, and are only $49 to $59 a bottle too.
Stick
I
around.
agree with you.
The cube
I
did
agree.
not
Stick-
improve that.
No, the
yeah, that's
cube
what I'm
does
saying.
not
I
at
don't like
all.
the cube. I think that either straight up for a nice
Much better.
minty,
neat.
herbal, very strong whiskey pour, great. And I think aerating it for really
I want
sweet.
this. You ready? I want it in old fashioned.
Ugh, really?
Yes, because it's so strong.
I think
and
with the high rye,
overpowering.
I'll take it in a sidecar or a Manhattan.
I like that idea with the old fashioned, right?
Indeed,
Because it's going to be like an intense old
yes,
fashioned.
and that's
No.
what you
And
want.
like
high
that mixed with the
ABV.
sugar and all that. Yes.
Where's the Mountain Dew?
We don't have any right now, unfortunately.
Because that's a poor man's whiskey sour, and I'll just tell
I
you,
know.
I think
I think
it'd be
buy
better.
Where's the
Mountain Dew?
code red?
Because where
where's
would
the
it-
Baja Blast?
No, we didn't. We don't have it today. I will get us some
It's
Mountain
gonna
Dew
be
in the
my
little
Baja
cans. I will
Blast.
get Baja Blast.
All right.
Well, this is great. Let's get into a rating. So as you know, here on the show, we rate
Yeah, I'm
our
ready to rate
whiskeys on
this.
a 3-tier, 3-category system, which is nose, taste, and
Is that the
value.
That's the
For a
dumper.
total of 10 points. How do we get those 10 points? Each one of those categories have 3 points that can be given, with 1 additional point given as a blown away bonus. We
For a
will
total
start
score
with a
of-
total score of 10. We will start with the nose, and I am going to go to Zach. If you can give us your score, 0 to 3 on the nose, give it a once over.
Ready for a splash?
I'm good. No, I don't want any more right now.
So I'm going to give it a 2. So
Interesting.
That's
Okay.
fair.
only reason why I don't give it any like a 2.5. We're doing half points. I forgot.
You
Or is
can.
it just-
You can. You do have
Okay.
a point.
Yeah. Like initially, it's pretty intense.
Happy.
Yeah, heavy.
Handy.
But once I can't remember the
Constantly.
last time that I had a 67%er or 67.5%.
I was so spit that
Well-
up. It's like, yeah, when was the last time you could say that, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like it doesn't happen very often, and I didn't think about it when I stuck my nose halfway through the glass and intensely inhaled. I was like, "Whoa, hang on,
Right.
this is alcohol
Right.
right up the
You
nose."
did not
Right.
inhale.
But yeah,
You
no,
did
it's
not
got some
inhale.
great. It's very sweet and kind of like a tangy, buttery smell to it.
Very good. So you give it a deuce? A deuce?
I'll give it a
2?
deuce, and then on top of that, BJ had mentioned it had a like a minty, kind of a bright taste to
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll give it a 2.
Jackie Black, good evening to you, sir. He had one
Yeah.
Asahi super dry and 3 shots of Bullet. There we go.
These
Now
are-
that's how you get the
Bullet-
party
These
are our
started.
soldiers,
These
baby.
are our
I
Barrel Buddies fans.
was gonna say like Bullet Bullet, you cannot go wrong with.
I
Like
agree.
Bullet is just straight up.
If you
the
remember,
all-around
Zach,
A-OK. You know,
if you
like
remember at a Duck Creek, we drank a handle of Bullet in
yes,
one night between like 5 of us.
Mhm.
God,
yeah, it's
On
great.
top of like
Pioneer.
this is
bourbon.
when we did like 400 cup beer pong as well.
Would you
on that
rather
massive
have?
table, and they
Would
all
you
half
rather
of them
have
froze?
Jim Beam, like straight up Jim Beam, or Bullet?
Ooh,
Bullet.
Yeah,
Bullet.
I'd go with Bullet.
I would
hands
go with
down.
Bullet
Jim
for
Beam's
the-
too
I
bottom
don't like-
shelf.
I go
Yeah, I
Bullet
don't
for the
know.
all around because
Oh, hoorah, Jackie Black. He's like USMC vet.
Yeah,
Like, well, that
whenever-
explains the drinking.
Oh,
My brother,
thanks.
same
Thank you for
category.
your
So thank you for your
service.
service. My brother, as I know, he's in the same boat,
The few.
and he was stationed in
proud.
Japan for a while, and all he
Konnichiwa.
posts on his Instagram for many years was just them drinking every night. So we know. Apologies. So that was the nose for Mr.
2.
Zach 2, and then Donkey Show. BJ, why don't you kick us off with the nose? We got a lot of chat.
Oh, do they have burro?
I love this.
Do they have burro
I
shows over
love
there?
this.
I didn't know that.
Really
Take
quick,
me to the burro
Thomas
show.
Anderson, Bullet single barrel store picks and the barrel strength bottles are pretty tasty. I would agree 100%.
Yes.
About it.
And they're cheap. That's the thing. Like they're not, they're affordable. That's a better way to put it. Very affordable.
I'm gonna say I was skeptical when I saw it come out. That I was like, really, Bullet? You're gonna do barrel strength store picks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yes.
I have been pleasantly surprised with these picks.
And Uncle P has a crystal decanter with Bullet in it. So that's a good,
well,
it's a good
well,
guest
well.
whiskey. I like that. I consider that a good.
I'm
A-tier
going to
guest
jump on.
whiskey.
I'm going to come back to points here, and I'm going to just
Sure.
jump on board here and say I'm going to give the nose a 2 as well for different reasons and qualities. So it's interesting. We had the Thistle Finch from Lancaster, PA.
Yes.
Speaking of Uncle P, thanks once again, Uncle P, for that lovely
One
bottle.
of my very favorites.
And I get a lot of earth, a lot of grass. I do get a lot of like the grain in the nose, a little bit of mint, but I do think that this is, again, I can't stop getting rye out of this
Right now.
right now. Not in a bad
Whose
way.
greasy hands has been all over this
I'm
bottle?
sure,
I don't know.
I'm sure it's mine. We gotta wipe it down.
Whose greasy paws
It's
have been
mine.
like smothering their grease hands
It's
all over this
mine.
I did go to
So I'm gonna
the-
give it a
I did
2.
I did go to the
bottle. Let me hand
convention
this
center
bottle
today.
back, Jimmy. Yeah, like
Yeah, who touched it last?
Jimmy.
Jimmy and his
Someone with some
greasy hands.
buttery hands. Look at you. Look at that bottle. Wipe that down.
What's up with the clammy hands?
Too excited for
Sure.
drinking this
Let me
whiskey.
get my,
Dude,
rag.
You know, can I say something real quick?
Please do.
That's interesting that you say the earthy, grainy smell to it.
Yeah.
It kind of gives me a little bit of a reminder of like Frey Ranch, where you get a little bit of a little bit of
Those
a
balls right here.
kind of like a hay, like barnyard.
Yeah, it's got some Barney hay,
Some Barney.
some Barney Fife.
I mean,
Barney
I
Fife.
mean, you don't have to agree
Barney
with
the
me, but
dinosaur.
No,
which,
but-
which Barney?
but just the thought kind of popped into my head. I said, you know what, you're right. With the sweet, there's some hay.
yeah, there's some earthing tones.
So we got a 2 and a 2
Hey.
for nose.
What are you thinking, Jimmy?
I'm going to give it a whopping 1.
Ooh, I like it.
I wasn't a huge fan of the nose,
Oh,
and
just taking a dump.
Too hot.
here's why.
Too
Here's
hot.
why.
Taking a dump.
Yeah. So typically, the way I rate a high nose on a whiskey is the second when we're introing the show, BJ will open a bottle, and if I get like a huge whiff of just like that classic like baking spice and overwhelming like sugar or like creme brulee or sweetness, I will immediately say, whoa, like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And typically that's single barrel or barrel proof high ABV whiskeys. With this, though, I kind of have to dig. And where it has a pleasant nose, it kind of is missing that impact. And maybe that has to do with how young it is, maybe because it's only 5 years old.
5 years. I mean, 5 years is at least a
Maybe
year older than what
Give
we've
it
been drinking.
8. Maybe it needs another, or maybe even
How-
6 or 7.
How old is Stag Junior?
Well, it's just Stag. now.
About, well, no, I know. Yeah, I know they.
But I think
changed
it's
over
up
to
to.
Stag.
I think it's up to 8.
but it's on the same level of alcohol percentage. proof,
It's
right?
very comparable.
Some kind of-
15 years. Holy
For
shit.
regular
15 years.
Stag,
Yeah.
Okay.
No less than 15.
No less than
Wow.
15
Because I was
years.
trying to think of
They do
something
not
that
Well,
would
that's
play
be
George
around.
Stag. What about regular Stag?
No, that was regular stag.
regular stag.
I
yeah.
no that was on the top, but I was
Oh,
looking
okay.
at the bottom. There
So
was another one
maybe
that said
because of the young
Agreed,
it's
yeah.
got the alcohol punch.
Thomas Anderson hit the nail on the head. Mr. Anderson, too much ethanol in the nose. I also got that. I thought it was a little too boozy up front.
It is hot.
It's tough to break through a 67% ethanol nose, as most of you know, to get into like some complex notes.
Yeah, it's hot.
And it's hot and it doesn't linger. So like to get that, like you saw what Zach did at the beginning of the show. He put his schnoz right up to the juice because he really didn't get that much, and then he got overwhelmed by all the ethanol. So that's why I'm giving it a 1. I didn't think it was mind blowing. It wasn't like aerating or wasn't amazing. And again, it's just me and my category, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's a 1.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Listen,
I don't think I got the same experience with stag. Just
I think
kinda
that's a
remembering
totally
that.
different ball game.
I do. I have that.
And if
same
I had
experience.
Stag open, we could compare, but we don't.
Well,
That's
lead us
okay.
into some taste.
I'm going to lead us into the taste. So where the taste, I think it completely makes up for it in these next 2 categories, in my opinion. Hands down, it checks all the boxes for me.
Okay.
It's boozy in a good way. It doesn't have that super where like guys, this is like over 65%. This is nuts. Like this is super hot. This is not your run of the mill barrel proof. This isn't like Rare Breed or the Jack Daniels rye or the Jack Daniels single barrel. This is like on another
Tasty.
level of like ABV. And this proof.
It's hot.
It's hot. And
Not
it
for
in a
tastes-
good
beginners,
way.
dude. Not
It's
for
in a
beginners.
good way.
Usually when we taste something at this level, it is wretched. It is terrible.
Well, that's not. I don't know. Usually, I mean, that's. I guess so. Yeah.
I mean,
What-
what other young NDP MGP products that we've had on this show that we
I mean, the first thing I
accolades
just went to,
for?
I just went to the Senator, and
Oh, that's intense, man.
it's garbage.
I
and
remember that.
What's the other ones that go with that?
I say the only thing that's
representative.
close and it's not even as hot is Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered.
Yeah.
It's not even as hot though.
And it's not even as hot.
It's not even
I've
as
seen
hot.
some maybe break 60.
I mean, I think you're right. I think the closest we can get to the heat. You know what?
Right?
But it's. I was just gonna say the bowl, the one out of Oregon, out of Bend,
Shoot.
not Raging Bull.
No. Blue Run. No, Blue. No.
Bull Run.
Bull
Run.
Run. Bull Run.
Bull
Sorry.
Run.
Saying
I
Bull
remember
Run.
that.
I'm looking at
Yeah.
the
We
wrong
got
Bull
some,
Run. Bull
Okay,
Run.
what's the bull one?
yeah, we got some of that in
Bull
Reno
Run. I was like
back in the
tripping
day.
bulls. No,
So
it's Bull
anyway,
Run.
love Bull
I want to
Run.
bring it back full circle.
But that's still different style,
And
it's
that's
still
old.
Very
It's
different.
old juice.
15 year. Yeah.
At a minimum.
15 to 18.
So
So we're gonna put the number on this.
it gets a 3.
Wow, I'm proud of you right now.
It gets a 3 on the a 3 on the taste. So it checks all the boxes, right? Like going on their website
Nice.
here and looking at the tasting notes, you're getting the vanilla. Like everything it says on the website are coming through, right?
Yeah.
Vanilla, caramelized brown sugar,
Yeah.
Toffee.
honey nougat,
Yeah.
or toffee, oak,
Snickers.
tobacco, leather. You get all of that, right? And it lingers. It's vanilla, it's caramel, it's honey. I think it hits all the nails on the head of some really, really, really good
Yeah.
whiskey. And I really want these guys
Mr.
to age
Goodbar.
some of this stuff a little bit longer.
Zagnut.
And here's the thing.
Zagnut.
It's tough to do this because it's expensive.
What did you say? Zagnut?
It
Yeah.
needs Zagnut
Yeah.
and it needs to
No
age a little bit
Zagnut.
longer. So BJ, give us a taste.
I think it's a
rating.
Zack nut.
I don't think I've ever
Zagnut
had a
bar.
Zagnut.
Zagnut.
Zach's
Give me a Zagnut.
Zagnut.
So I like
Zagnut.
Zagnut.
Maze's corn.
Maze's
Zagnut.
Hey,
Yeah, the
Hey,
Zagnut candy bar.
The things you learn.
Hey,
There it
James,
is. There it is.
Yeah, the
James,
Zagnut.
James, I could really go for a Zagnut.
I don't even know where to get this at. Like,
You
where do
know,
you get a
I
Zagnut?
mean, I think you'd have to go back in
Hold on.
time like 70 years
You know what
to
a
get
Zagnut
you a
70 years
Zagnut.
ago. We need a time machine to go get a Zagnut for Zach and BJ.
Which is-
You're like, I could really go for a Zagnut right about now and a tab.
You know what a Zagnut is? It is the interior of a Butterfinger. It's that crispy peanut butter
Yes,
of a Butterfinger.
that's a great way to put it. That's exactly what it is.
and then it's coated in candied coconut.
oh, I didn't know that was coconut.
It's toasted candied coconut. and then the
like
peanut
all-
butter on crispy peanut butter on the inside. The Zagnut bar
Wow.
was an
Where
underrated.
do I get a Zagnut?
I was
It's
gonna
so
say
good.
I want a
like,
Zagnut
I was gonna
tonight.
say like
Yeah,
an
that sounds good.
like an
Where-
almond joy
how can you
They
get
plus.
stopped
Zagnut?
making them. They don't
Plus-
make them anymore.
Are you
I don't think you
sure?
can make. I don't think you can buy a Zagnut.
All candy
looks like you can
bar
order it.
candy bars are still around.
I don't know.
They have to
It's
be.
looks like I could DoorDash them right now.
Oh, really?
No, get it by. Oh, wait a minute. Wait,
Zagnut,
we DoorDash
candy bar.
Zagnuts
Yeah.
and have them sent to the
DoorDash a
house?
They're still
Zagnut?
around. They're still around.
Look
They're
at
at Five
that.
Below. What does that even mean?
Five Below is a store where everything is $5 or below.
Oh yeah,
Why would they
yeah.
be
It's kind of like
there?
the new 99.
The new 99, yeah.
So yeah, Zagnuts are still available.
Zagnuts. All right.
All right.
Hershey Land.
So we
gives
got to
it
talk
a 5
about
out of 5.
my taste here. All right. I think it's very versatile. I you guys are really screwing with me. I enjoy that it had this very hot, tight.
24 minutes. I can have one here sent to the house.
Stop it. For how much? Like $10?
They're going to go to Five Below and get them. I don't even know that that's a thing. We can get. Let's see what. The
Oh, you
total
need to
is
do
here.
it. How many?
How
How many Zagnuts
It's
are we
like
getting?
minimum of 20.
Please excuse us for a moment.
No, you keep going because
Okay.
we're digressing
We
in
are.
a bad way.
In a bad way. All right.
This is not.
I'm gonna give it a
candy
2.5.
review show.
I'm going to give it a 2.5. I really enjoy the tight, oaky, hot, herbaceous character that comes right out of the bottle. I really like the overly sweet creme brulee, vanilla ridiculousness that comes from hyper aerating it. And then the oak sweetness on the back, oak spice that's on the back that I still really like. 2.5. There you go. Zach.
I am going to echo you and do the same. 2.5.
Oh,
It's funny, like like we were saying earlier, you don't see a 67.5% freaking whiskey every day, right? And so sometimes it's shocking, like when you have some of those, it's something like that. The first sip, is super duper intense, but you have to remember the 3-sip rule, right? First sip, you're going to be blown away by the alcohol, by the ethanol and everything, right? Second sip, you start getting more into the whiskey. You can really start pulling out the sweet notes, or if it's terrible, the terrible notes, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it because it's sweet, it's vanilla-y.
yeah.
I can handle the the intensity when it comes
Just
to
like-
the alcohol, but yeah, it kind of it has a good linger to it.
All right, we're all kind of foodies here. There's like a green peppercorn flavor of like a green peppercorn
Yeah.
steak sauce.
Yes.
I like that.
Well
meaty-
said,
I
well
like
said.
That meaty back end.
Oh
right.
yeah.
Zach, $80. Would you pay $80 for this bottle?
Go right into
$80 bucks?
value. Go right to
Value.
value. Go to your value.
Is that a
score.
value? $80 for
Snake
5
you. We're
years.
Snaking it.
Yeah. No, I would give it a 3 on that.
A 3 on value.
Yeah, I'd buy it.
James,
Hold on. Then what's his total score? That's
Oh,
3 plus 2 plus the 2 equals the 7.
and do you give it blown away? Are you blown away?
Not a super blown away bonus.
All right, so 7 out of 10 it is.
7 out of 10.
Very
Okay.
nice. Jimmy, I'm coming to you.
on the value at $80 to $90. I give this a 3. This
Wow.
is
I'd
an
buy it.
incredible value. Yeah, it's 5 years, but it's unique. It might be a little pricey, but for what you're getting, listen, guys, guys and gals, you go get a bottle of this and you have like 2 or 3 pours, you're gonna be having a lot of fun.
How much is a bottle of Stag right now? Not George C. Stag, Stag.
Like Stag Junior,
Yeah.
like the old school Stag Junior.
How much can I go buy a Stag Junior?
Well, that's debatable.
And that's
But if
if
you
you
just
can-
wanted MSRP,
if you can
70.
if you can find it though.
Correct. Hard to find.
Yeah.
$70. So this is just
here's
a
the
little
thing:
bit
this
more.
is pretty much everywhere right now. I've seen this at
So-
liquor stores, Binny's, Total Wines, your Kroger's, your anywhere where it's like a liquor store should have this right now for you guys to go buy
Is
this
this a
weekend.
TW buy?
Yes.
Have you seen it? Okay.
big box buy.
You can stop at the way home on Total Wine and get this.
So
Yeah,
that
that-
said,
I would add this.
You
that's it because
should.
I'm still
You
walking
get
through my score a
ripped
little
off
bit.
this bottle for $85.
So knowing that, I think that this has as good, probably better in my opinion, than a bottle of Stag. We just opened a
Yes.
bottle of Stag last week. Based on that recent taste
I have
comparison.
one open there if we want to do a comparison. We got
I
some
like
choice.
would
this.
love
I
to do
like this
that.
better.
Zach, behind you is the Stag in the glass
Stag
cabinet.
is probably one of my favorites.
You guys go
Definitely
for it.
one of my favorite whiskeys.
I think that I like this
do
better
side
than
by
that.
side.
And then you're gonna pay $10 for convenience. I think every day. All right,
Yes.
I'm gonna give this a 3 on value.
Yeah.
I think it's a great
yes.
value.
Yes.
I think it's a great value. You're getting a
Bottom
5
in the glass cabinet,
barrel
Zach.
proof, easily available.
Bottom right. That should be open.
A value. Am I blown away? I'm a little blown away.
It's not open, but I'm gonna open it.
No, don't fuck.
I opened it.
Son of a bitch.
It was closed, James. It was properly corked.
I also give it a blown away bonus.
I'm gonna blown away on this.
I'm
gonna
blown away.
Are you blown away?
I'm blown away.
So that brings my total score of 2
Plus the
2.5
3.
is 4.5, and 3 7.5, and blown away is 8.5. I'm giving this an 8.5 out of 10.
And I'm giving it with the blown away bonus an 8 out of 10.
I like it.
So
Yeah,
I
Seven,
like
eight,
it as
8.5.
well. I'm saying that you guys need to go out there and get this. So
Yeah, it's a go-getter.
Mr. Anderson, I think agrees with us. He's over there in the mid over there in the Midwest, and he agrees as well. And
better
was
pour.
already talking it up when we had it, and it's super hypey right now. Ascot Awards, obviously,
Boom.
Mr. Fred gave it really high ratings, and I just want a splash. I just want a taste.
It's good. It's good.
Just a little dish dash, not in that, just in the plastic. That's good. Okay. Oh, that was a bit much. That was forced. Okay.
Like
all
I
right.
said, BJ is a good pourer.
A good pourer.
Yeah, he's a good pourer.
And
Look, there's
he
like
just
nothing left.
what are you doing? Put it in his. He has an entire tankard over there, and you put it in my little thimble and fill it up to the brim.
You filled up, obviously.
It's all
Filled
right.
up to the brim.
See, and now Bourbon Dog is coming down here because she
Hey!
sees me at like heightened.
This is a
Rage
65
level.
Can you see her on
65.5%.
Get a little bit of Cora Bourbon Dog.
So this
There.
is coming in at 131.1.
You know what?
131.1? What's the
65 and a
I don't
half.
know.
65? Okay, so 2% lower then. So cherry cola is what I always get from Stag.
It tastes flat.
But it tastes flat. Like
Tastes
That's
flat.
interesting. Okay, let me try.
it's not as complex. Like it's not as zingy. And I would agree.
Tastes
So Mr. Anderson says Stag is around 159 to 200 in Michigan if you can find one. I agree.
Secondary, huh?
I agree.
150
Yeah.
MSRP or secondary?
Really quick, Carl,
don't make Stag Junior,
welcome to the
so you
show,
gotta
bud.
pay.
So he was
Secondary.
saying that he was really excited to grab a couple bottles of this, and his bottles taste like bug spray. I don't know what it is. I have a second
Ooh,
opinion
yum,
that tasted
yum.
the same.
Oh.
So here's what I'll tell you.
A
have
Stag or
cork
the
bottle?
You could have it could have been a cork bottle,
Coulda had
which means it
cork
could have had
bottle.
some oxidation. It was exposed to the elements.
Bad.
Or so here's the thing. Remember that this is a single barrel.
No, it's a barrel proof.
Oh, but
This
it's
is
a
not-
batch release,
This is barrel proof.
but it is also a
nope, the
batch.
Stag wins. The Stag is
I think
much
it's a
better.
batch.
Nope, not a batch.
Oh, it's not.
Nope.
Stag.
Because
This
my
is blended.
assumption would have been if it was not blended that it would have
This is
had
blended.
some variations.
But I'm sorry to hear that, Carl.
But yeah, no, that's really crappy because this is a spectacular
I like
bottle.
that.
I
Oh,
actually
yeah,
really
yeah,
like
but-
to,
It's amazing.
All right,
or
what were
and
you-
maybe
um,
maybe let it aerate a little bit. Like we did some hyper decanting with the goofy.
Yeah, if you
milk frother.
well, if you drink
frother.
it straight out of the
It was
bottle,
good.
it's super duper hot.
Maybe that's
let
the
it
problem with
hang
Stag
out for like
Junior.
5 or 10
Careful.
minutes. The
Because
Stag
you're
Junior?
like right there on the cusp of just spilling it everywhere. That sound is so obnoxious. All right. Let me try it too. I want to do the same thing and see if that helps.
Let's see if that livens it up a little bit. While we do this,
Exactly.
I've got some booze news for us.
We have some sad booze news. today.
Yeah, we're going to start with the sad booze news. This is released today by Buffalo Trace. If you don't know, poor Kentucky is underwater again. This is the second time that Buffalo Trace is underwater this year.
So Kentucky and North Carolina, right?
Yeah, so our hearts go out to you. Floodwaters in the Frankfurt community continues to recede. So this is good news on Wednesday. That's today. And as such, Buffalo Trace Distillery has begun the earnest assessment to cleanup and recovery process required due to this historic event. At their peak, floodwaters reached the second highest recorded levels in the distillery's 200-plus year history,
Very sad.
with the Kentucky River cresting at 48.24 feet. Though Buffalo Trace is still determining the final scale
Try that
of the
now.
total.
Get it in your mouth.
I'm telling you, hyperdecanting works.
Put that in your mouth right now.
See, liven it right
What
up.
is that?
Liven it right up.
That
It's
is
alive again.
insanity.
It's alive again. That tastes like stag.
I am going to call up Timu and our friends in China, and we're going to turn this into a whiskey hyper decanter.
Yep,
and we're
we're
going to
gonna
make
start
$1 billion.
selling it. It's
Let me try it.
actually
Friends,
really good.
whoever wants in on this business deal, shoot us a message at the Barrel
Let
Buddies.
me try it. This is
TheBarrelBuddies
really,
at gmail.com. We have this is the next.
I mean, the
All right,
stag,
can
the
I get
stag,
back
the
to the-
stag
if
junior-
idiots can get away with
somber.
whiskey stones, which are completely useless, by the way, we can
Or
get away with a
beer
whiskey.
caramelizers.
Oh, and beer caramelizers is another
Is it
thing.
just
Like,
straight down,
Just straight down. Just go. Oh no, you twist.
no, it's like a switch.
Switch.
It's really
dude. I'm like
goofy.
afraid. Oh, okay.
There you go. All right. So finishing this up, while the floodwaters have started to subside in certain areas of the distillery, a
Get it
significant
in there.
amount
Get it
of
in
the
there.
campus
There you go.
remains underwater. Expert teams have begun the cleanup process in areas where it's safe and accessible to do so. Buffalo Trace Distillery will be closed to visitors through at least Friday, April 11th.
We don't need it on.
With an
We don't
aim
need
to
audio.
reopen.
We don't need audio.
Oh, see it stop. The Easter at
taste
Trace Easter
Taste
egg
it.
hunt that was planned
Taste
for
it.
this weekend is canceled. Even though the roads opened earlier today,
Get it in your mouth.
only
Zach.
select team members and recovery experts are allowed in. So our
That's
hearts
sad.
go out to
Our
you.
hearts go out to Buffalo Trace. Like I hear the visitor center
Yeah, I'm
is flooded
sorry, guys.
out,
That
all the parking
sucks.
lot area. Like, thankfully, I think a lot of their rick houses are kind of on the hills and in the surrounding area. But here's my inkling, and not to be that guy, Mister like anti-capitalist here, but you know that they're going to use this as an opportunity to jack up prices. Even though I get it, I totally get it, and as a business, that's what I would do.
You could have the
Put it
flood
on the
survivor,
corporate America hat. You had flood survivor
the
barrels.
flood survivor barrel.
Yep.
It's a great
I
idea.
guarantee
I'd
you're
buy
going to
it.
see some goofy marketing schemes from Buffalo Trace.
And it's
Prices
alive
are going to
again.
go
I'd
up
buy it.
immediately,
I'd buy it for the bottle, and that's it.
and you're just it is what it is. Watch they do like Blanton's flood survivor bottles, like some charity thing. And
Yeah,
they're like,
that's. I mean, as a charity thing, it makes sense
yeah, but
as long as it goes back to the community.
So, I mean,
think
if-
it's gonna go
everything
half
that
to
went
them,
underwater-
1% of the proceeds goes to some
Stop.
organization.
So,
All
like,
right.
so like everything that went underwater is basically the distillery, the visitor center.
No,
et
not the
cetera?
distillery. The distillery is okay, but like the visitor center, and I mean, I wouldn't say that it's okay, but definitely the visitor center and parking lot was impacted, and
Yeah,
you know, a
Understood.
It-
significant amount of.
it's
Buffalo
just nature
Trace.
proofing down Buffalo Trace juice. That's all.
Oh yeah, it's
BJ,
nature's way of
continue. I'm
proofing
sorry.
things
It's
down.
I
okay.
think. I think.
All right, here you go.
interrupted
This is one
What
that
do you
just
got?
came from Men's Journal as of last week.
Yeah.
This is an announcement about one of
What do you
your
think, Zach?
favorite pours,
Oh,
Cavalon.
Oh my god!
I love me, Zach.
Have
What do you
you
Yes.
think?
Okay, it changes it a lot, right?
It changes it a lot. It brings out the butter.
Zach, can
I
I,
mean,
can I
shit,
interest you in a business partnership for us to rebrand
We're
a
gonna be
whiskey?
rebranding.
decanter?
100%.
Some whiskey hyper decanters on sale at barrelbuddies.com.
No, I want a 3D. I want a
Absolutely.
3D print like a different design.
all we
I
need
got,
is-
I got an idea, but I'm not sharing it on the show.
Oh, no,
because I
don't share it on
want
the
to.
show.
How about this?
I have
we
a
put a
crazy
label on
idea
it.
for
We'll
it.
just put
Oh,
a label
we're
on
gonna
it and
talk.
drop shit.
Yeah.
Boom,
All right.
done.
So Cavalon, which is a scotch made in Taiwan.
I
Everyone.
love Cavalon.
If you don't know,
Yeah,
it's made
Cavalon
in Taiwan.
is
Cavalon
magical.
tastes like friggin'
Cora,
raisins.
how are you
really
doing?
good.
Insane.
All right, it's a Taiwanese whiskey produced it was only established in 2009. Okay, but in 2009 they started the Soloist series, and they've won all these great accolades, including World's Best and Distiller of the Year. And to celebrate their 15th anniversary of the Soloist series, known for its single cask strength bottlings, Cavalon is releasing its oldest age statement whiskeys to date, the 2009 Oloroso Sherry Cask Strength and the 2009 X Bourbon Cask Strength release. Both price point at, are you ready?
What do you got?
$1,000 a bottle
Woo!
MSRP.
Wow.
1,000 MSRP.
I mean, like
These
the
limited edition releases showcase the distinct flavors imported by the different cask types and highlight Cavalon's ability to produce complex and sophisticated whiskeys at a relatively young age.
So like the introductory, I don't know if you would call it introductory whiskey or not, that they have is the sherry cask, which I really love.
Big Oloroso sherry
and that
flavors,
one
yes.
usually MSRPs for about $200.
I'm going to give a shout out to one of our friends who owns a bar here in town, who we poured Cavalon for, that Cavalon single.
Yes.
And remember, he brought it up to his mouth. He couldn't even get it in his mouth.
Oh no,
he brought it up to
puked.
his nose, and he
I remember
almost
this.
puked
Yeah.
multiple times.
Not liking
calling
it,
him out.
or
Yes.
or
No,
just
love you,
it's
Tom.
it's not easy.
not
it's not
enjoying
easy.
it. Okay.
Because it's a challenging. It is a challenging
Hank,
beverage.
speaking of founding fathers, George Washington, during many of his house parties, was a big Madeira wine and hard cider fan. He was very big into drinking. I think for his inauguration, they had a huge blowout.
The
where
receipt is legendary.
you can look up the legendary list, because it was documented in like the White House records of what they drank for his inauguration party.
Huh.
And I think it came out to like 4 bottles per person. Like is what it came out to.
I mean,
after all
back then, was everybody invited?
Well, I mean, everybody that was in politics, but you're looking at so hard cider, Madeira wine, which is kind of like a fortified wine, almost like a, I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right.
Well, is that all we got or what?
2 quick stories.
Quickly, please.
One,
I'm done here.
I
I'm,
know.
like, really done.
Somebody
here.
brought up earlier, they were talking about the Savage and Cook, right? Which is produced
Bloody
in
Butcher.
That's produced in San Francisco. You guys
Yep.
were talking about it.
With the butcher berries.
Yep.
So they are pushing not Savage and Cook, but those craft distilleries in that region of the world, California. They are pushing for a new style of whiskey. Recently, it's reported that they're pushing for new subcultures of whiskey, and they're looking to do California style whiskey. So just like we do Tennessee whiskey, they want to do California whiskey. This is really being pushed by distilleries such as St. George Spirits, Young and Yonder in Healdsburg, Tamar Distillery in Redwood Valley, and of course, our favorite, Redwood Empire.
Oh,
What about? Do you remember doing Seven Hills?
I do.
Way
Seven
back
Stills.
when? Oh, Seven Stills. Oh, Seven
Seven
Stills.
Stills.
So I remember that. I remember that
You're
distillery.
taking beer mash and
Yes.
then brewing it, distilling it into whiskey.
And I remember the one of the more interesting ones that we had. I can't remember what the name of it was, but they took mash that was meant for an IPA beer.
Yep.
Right. You taste it and you're like, holy crap! It tastes like an
beer.
IPA.
Yeah.
Man, oh man! Like, is Seven still around, or
No, Seven Stills has gone the way of the dodo.
oh? So
But it was a good experiment.
So Savage and Cook apparently, so they have their website, and then I clicked on this like spring whiskey flash sale, and it says Savage and Cook whiskeys are available for purchase for a limited time only. Stock up before they're gone.
What?
They're selling Bloody Butcher for $79 a bottle.
wow, where?
I don't know.
where?
It has no link. Come on, Savage and Cook, pull your heads out of your asses.
Like at the distillery?
I guess at the distillery.
So I know,
I
like,
guess it's at the distillery.
So I know beer can be shipped over state lines. What about whiskey?
it must be
harder.
harder. So that's in Mare Island, California.
Oh, you have to ship it.
So you got to go to California and buy it there, and it's only by appointment only, which is
Well,
weird.
Wow.
I got to go back to some friends of ours. And the last story, Gold Bar whiskey.
Oh,
Ah,
Gold
I remember
Bar.
Gold Bar. We love you at Gold Bar. They posted to their Instagram yesterday that they
Hold on, Thomas. Mr. Anderson is
Oh.
saying Redwood Empire purchased Savage and Cook recently. He believes.
really.
I had no idea.
Maybe that's the closeout at the distillery where they're blowing up bourbon bottles.
Maybe.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Look that up. Confirm that. So Gold Bar is going for a new Guinness World Record for the
Holy
most.
shit! They did in December.
Holy! Not that we were doubting you.
But no, it's because I'd like to hear some of the backstory.
Look at that.
So yeah.
we
it
got
looks-
live news right now.
with live
This is more important
news.
than-
So they've been working with vintner Dave Finney. We've been working with Dave at Savage and Cook for years, producing additional inventory to support their stocks. And Redwood Empire is known for puncturing bourbon. And Jesus.
Nothing happened. Nothing
gee.
happened.
Pardon
Nothing
me.
happened. Go back to your story.
Redwood Empire is known for Pipe Dream Bourbon and Emerald Giant Rye and some of their others, grain to glass barrel program. And they, they bought Savage and Cook. So that's probably why they're blowing
Probably when
out
they're
a
blowing
lot of
them
their
all out.
stuff.
Yep.
So I'm going to tell you guys right now, that means they're probably going to rebrand, or they're probably going to, I don't know that they would keep the name.
Savage and Cook. Probably not.
My assumption is they would keep Redwood because, in my opinion, that's a bigger
name.
name.
People know it.
And that means we need to get Bloody Butcher.
Yeah, we should
ASAP.
buy some. We should buy some Savage and Cook. Just to have.
I'm not paying $150.
You know what though? We might be able to go get it from a friend.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So last
Yes.
news: Gold Bar in San Francisco. They're going for a new Guinness World Record for the most people shaking cocktails simultaneously, and you could be part of the history. I'm just going to call you out, Gold Bar.
Call them out.
You're geniuses. You're geniuses for doing this, because rather than just inviting a bunch of people down here to come to the distillery and buy cocktails, you are turning this into a huge event. They are charging people to participate.
Okay.
So what they're doing is on May 7th at 2 p.m., if you're in the San Francisco area or if you're at all interested in doing this, you go on their website and you can buy a ticket to participate. Your ticket is going to include a cocktail, the limited edition cocktail shaker, admission to this big party where there's going to be a concert. The concert's no one special. It may be special to San Francisco, the band and Gold Bar.
San Francisco,
but it's a San Francisco local band.
Oh, got it.
Okay,
like California
there's going to be DJs,
like Red Hot Chili
vendors,
Peppers.
some entertainment.
Flea.
All right,
Flea.
No, that's not
Flea,
happening.
Is Flea playing as
But get
bass
this,
or what?
if you want to go and you have your own car, you're going to be paying for $28.
Everything has planned obsolescence, Hank. Everything from your
Everything.
dishwasher to your refrigerator.
Can I get through this?
Sorry.
$28.50 to park.
It's not just cars. Sorry.
Going through general admission, you can buy early bird general admission for $43.50.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to cost you $65 to $75 depending on where you want to be on the general admission floor.
That ain't bad.
VIP
actually.
is going to get you admission, a cocktail, the VIP entrance. This is very important, as we know. Private restrooms.
Does somebody shake your
that's
cocktail
critical.
for
That's
you if
critical.
you're a VIP?
It's critical.
Yes. Private indoor bar and
Shake
limited
my-
edition cocktail shaker, the same one that everybody else is getting.
Put me into the world.
If you don't buy early bird admission for $150, it's going to cost you $171.50 or $193 at the door.
Oh yeah, get in early.
I think this is
in
kind of a
early.
joke.
Wow, it's like what, $100 more if you don't do early bird, huh?
Well, I mean, it's going to be like $43 more.
All right.
okay.
Anyway, there
Yeah,
you
my
have
math is
it.
bad.
There you have it. Let's
May
get this
17th.
wrapped up here. We're over an hour. So there you have it. If you want to participate
Don't
and
act like
get
you didn't
a
have fun.
Guinness Book of World. No, we had a blast, but let's get this moving here. So there you have it. We will reconvene next week, friends. Anything parting words, Zach? It's good to see you, man. Welcome.
Yeah,
back.
good to hang
Glad to
out.
have you
Welcome
back,
to
Zach.
hang out. Drink some whiskey, get blown away by
Ooh,
this guy.
Smokeye.
I think I'm going to pick me up a Smoky Hill. Or
Smokeye Hill.
depending on where you're from,
Smokeye
it's
Hill.
Smokeye or Smoky or
I'm calling it Smokeye Hill.
Our friends at Smokeye Hill, you're more than happy to please
We'll
hit
tag
us
you
up.
in this
We're
video.
going to tag you. We would like you to watch this.
Oh, yeah,
and
I'm
see
gonna-
how much we loved this, and we'd love to get some more.
And
I'm
you're
gonna-
close. You're in Colorado Springs. I mean, you're not
Yeah.
that far from Vegas. Potentially, we could get on a call and maybe visit each other. Maybe both.
actually, you know what? It is Smoky Hill because there is a just thinking about it, like
Yeah.
I am from Colorado.
Exactly.
There is a Smoky Hill High School.
And it's spelled like that.
No, it's not spelled like that, but
Well, then what is this?
Then
mean?
how is that relevant?
I'm just kidding. I was messing with you
Oh my
guys.
God! For the Barrel Buddies,
For the Barrel Buddies, I'm Jimmy.
I'm BJ, and thanks for coming back.
And I am
Thanks.
Smoky Hill. Just kidding. I am Zach.
All
we'll
right.
see you next week.
Later
See you
on.
next week, friends.